I guess thought I'd give y'all an update video on my garden here. I tell you, I just don't take time to really put time and effort in the plants, but they are starting to turn. Got a good bit of tomatoes on this plant. It needs a little water. Got some turning. Look at the size of this tomato. It's almost as big as my hand. And this one, just do something with it. I don't know, it's kind of split and ugly. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. That looks pretty decent. Corn's come along good. I think we got just rain at the right time, got it laid by, and silks are just starting to dry. So about another week I'll be picking some corn out of this field. This is that peaches and cream. My pepper plants, if they're still alive, they're somewhere in this grass. The crabgrass just overtook me, and I ain't gonna swear that they're still alive. So we'll X off the pepper plants. But I did have an issue when I drained my pool in the spring, or right after I planted my garden. I drained this pool down. As you can see, the pool is looking pretty good. The pump and all is working out real well, but the water comes out of this filter. Well, actually it comes out of this filter right here, and it washes down and it washes into the corn. And I don't know if y'all can tell, but right in there, the corn's just a little bit smaller, a little shorter, and a little thinner. And I think what happened, it washed all my fertilizer away when I planted the corn. The initial fertilizer got washed away, and so as it gets a little further up, it looks good, and then as it gets about right here, it starts getting thin, and then it's a little better on the end. So pretty sure that's what happened. May not make no corn right out in there, but I think if we can get a little more rain. We got the hay fields fertilized yesterday. It rained for about 5 minutes afterwards, and today it is a little cloudy, but I think 30% chance, so we could stand a good bit of rain. I ain't sure what happened to that tomato plant. It's just dying. I think what happened is this pot never had any holes in it, and I think it just drowned. I think it's drowning that plant. I did end up drilling a hole in the side in case it got too full of water. It could drain out, but yeah, that's the only thing I can figure. In this plant, these two plants are in used dirt that I've planted in before, and as you can see, the leaves, maybe the leaves are just curling. Can you see that? Alright, this plant, alright, Walsh. This plant right here is planted in Miracle-Gro garden soil, and as you can see, the leaves are a lot better. They're small, but they're not knotted and twisted as that. So I think that dirt there will be gone after this year. Won't plant anything else in that. And I've got some news down at the barn, so let's go down there and I'll show you what's going on there. So down here at the barn, we just got done running the water line from the house to the barn. Did kind of a crappy job of covering it up, but it's humped up right here for some reason. So we decided, since the house already had public water, what we did was just hooked into the house. We're not even gonna fool this well. So we got water now. We ain't gotta worry about a well pump going out when we need water. That was very costly. It's about $6 a foot to get that put in, which I thought was ridiculous, but we had one quote for $7 a foot, so I guess it was cheaper than the first quote. And I got a little something show you about my rake. Got some parts in for that, and still got to get a pulley, but I'll go in here and I'll show you what I got in for the rake. Alright, so after I measured this shaft here, figured out what size that was. It's 1.125". I got online and ordered me a new PTO shaft. This comes from Northern Tools. I think it was $100, shortest one I had. And it comes with 1 3/8" with a pin through it. So then I got back online and picked up this little brass bushing that fits that, and fits that. So all I've got to do now is drill a hole through this bushing and then put my PTO shaft, new one, on the old other pulley. Not this one, but the other one. Still want to find me a pulley. I got to know what size diameter this circle is, because I think it's built up a little bit around here. So waiting on that, but should work pretty good. Like I say, this thing's light duty, but that rake's pretty light anyway, so I don't think I have no issues. It will close to 32 inches. I want to say that's closed, so I'll probably end up having to cut it off a little bit, because I think that's going to be a little long being closed. I want to say about 24 is what I need closed. But this does have the guard. I know a lot of safety freaks out there want to give you crap about running PTO shafts without guards. And it's true, I do like guards. I don't really trust them. I always cut the PTO shaft off before I get around them. So anyway, the good thing about having a guard is hay won't get wrapped around it. If it does, it will get wrapped around the pulley, however. But on the have had issues on the mower with hay getting wrapped around the drive shaft, crossing big piles of hay, getting real thick hay. But only on the rake, just getting wrapped around the pulley, and that's a pain in the butt to get off there. Oh, and I got one more thing. Picked up a new piece of equipment for this barn down here. It's a Craftsman 15.5 horse, the older model with the raised part. Runs good, 42-inch deck, cuts good. The only issue is this front wheel tire is leaned in, and I'm thinking it's either the spindle or the bearing. It does work, it's just it's hard to steer to the right. It'll turn to the left on a dime, not so much to the right. It's got the Briggs. Picked this up from a guy at work for $100. Quite happy with it. Tires in good shape. The only thing wrong with it was that front tire right there, wheel. He thinks it might need bushings, but I'm thinking it's either the spindle or that front axle. I've had issues with those before. The snapper is probably going to get retired because reverse only works when it wants to, and I don't really feel like fooling with it. This cuts just as good. I use that more as a bush hog than anything else. So anyway, guys, oh, and one more project coming up. If y'all can tell. Can you tell? Mighty Mule. Yep, going to install this automatic gate opener on this gate coming into the lot here. What I'm kind of waiting on is I got to run this wire, this 14-2. I got to come all the way over and figure out how I'm going to tie in over here. That's always, these two outlets here has always got power, and everything else works off this switch. So I got to figure out how I'm going to tie it into that, to one of these two outlets. I think probably that one way over yonder, because this one's already got a wire coming in and a wire going out. So yeah, I got to do that, and then run some kind of outlet over here on the side and plug up where I can plug the transformer. And I got some low voltage wire that runs outdoors, and we'll run up the fence, and then we'll put this gate opener on. I got to level up my gate and all that, so that's going to be a job. I'm really just not looking forward to it. But I bought this when I thought was going to go ahead and do my shop building. And I went ahead and purchased it, but now our shop has been put on hold indefinitely. In the meantime, I guess I could go ahead and start working on this pole barn. And I've got the four poles up back here. You can see some of them, 3 of them. All right, guys, well, that's so much for my update. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.